What's going on, Reject Nation? We're gonna watch from a channel that has awesome list videos. It's been a while since we just covered a good old list video about movies that's not solely comic book related or Godzilla. That is from The Things.
There are other movies?
I think. So this is 20 scenes where actors weren't acting. Bunch of lazy ass people.
Didn't bother to prepare.
No, that's not what it's about. At least based off the thumbnail.
Shots fired, the video.
It's your grandma.
What? Yeah.
One of the best parts of a blockbuster movie or a hit TV series is the behind-the-scenes bloopers that have fans laughing until they cry. But what about the bloopers that actually make it into the final cut? Welcome back, The Things fans. Have you ever thought you caught a glimpse of an actor laughing in a super serious scene? Or caught a moment on screen that looked a little too real to be acting?
Yes.
Actors' jobs are to bring characters to life and make them seem like real people. Well, the truth is that a lot of the time, actors do this by being real or
At Hell House?
themselves.
Yeah, I think so.
In this video, we'll be taking you
That
through
River,
some
that
of the
wasn't
most
acting.
shocking, inspiring on-screen moments with actors like Millie Bobby Brown,
Pennywise
Tom
also,
Holland,
not
and
acting.
Hollywood legend Robin Williams himself. Buckle up, this could get real.
Okay, let's see what's in store.
The Stranger Things cast may be at the beginning of their careers.
I know,
They give
that's
their
an interview.
all into
They
every
were not
performance.
acting there.
This season 3, when Eleven is fighting a possessed Billy, she's so tired that she falls back into Michael. But we discovered that Millie Bobby Brown actually broke character in this scene and is the one who fell back into Finn. This scene was so intense that even she was exhausted. If you look closely,
Really?
you see
Wow.
Finn glancing at the directors in concern because he totally wasn't expecting
Oh,
it.
dang.
Whoa.
They just worked that in? They
I
covered
mean,
it?
that's beautiful whenever they do that with like great dramatic moments. I mean, but yeah, looking at this moment, Wolford's like, what the hell do I do?
What am I doing?
What do I do? I'm not used to going off book.
Do we keep going?
I mean, that's the mark of great acting, but that's also the benefit of having handheld camera work too.
Yes.
Is when you can actually follow your directors like that. If that is true, they must have had 2 cameras set up, which is kind of unusual for certain scenes like this, especially to have one be like coming off to the left and this one coming straight down like that.
They must have had the ability to at least move pretty fast, because I could imagine also them just going, ah, damn, this was too good. We gotta cover it quick.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And handheld lets you do that. Yeah.
Oh, that's beautiful. Hell yeah, Millie Bobby Brown, my Enola Holmes.
A creepy killer clown is bad enough through a screen. Imagine seeing one in real life. That's exactly what happened to the cast of the horror
I did
movie
hear
It.
about this.
The
I
child
did hear
actors
about
that
this,
made
yeah.
up the Losers
I
Club.
did not.
That's separate from Bill Skarsgård when he was in his full Pennywise makeup and costume.
I think we all also decided mutually that it would be good to see him for the first time and just be freaked out.
The first time they saw him all together was when they were filming the infamous projector scene.
I didn't know it was that scene.
I don't know.
I didn't know it was that scene. How they do that? What?
So wait a minute.
Wait, how does that even work?
They just projected the image.
I remember he pops out as like this big CGI effect. I don't
Yeah.
remember him like actually showing up in that scene
So
though.
they waited to reveal an image to them of Pennywise.
Promise we won't stop for all these.
It wasn't friends at first sight for this superhero duo. In fact, it took quite a while for Tony Stark to warm up to
I
being
believe
Parker.
this was in the
That's
other
why
list
this
video we
first scene
watched.
between the two was nothing but awkward, and it's all thanks to Tom Holland breaking character.
That's not a hug. I'm just grabbing the door for you. We're not there yet.
Or he was so in character.
Tom Holland trying to be funny, and Robert Downey Jr.'s line afterward about opening the car door is him trying to save the scene.
I'm trying to save the damn scene. The scene's not
Millions
working.
of dollars on the line.
Scene with Robert Downey Jr.
I don't want to go. I don't want to go.
I mean, that's acting. It's not.
Yeah, I mean,
Scripted and made not only the characters but the actors' emotions more real.
Tom Holland decimated away. Wasn't acting.
There's a reason why Isla Fisher's character Henley looks like she's really drowning during one of her illusions.
oh no!
I did
What?
all
No!
of the stunts for this movie. So during the filming, she was actually drowning. Luckily, nothing went terribly wrong, and we got the awesome scene that ended up in the final cut.
How does she
Hold
feel about
on a
that?
second. What the hell? She was actually drowning? I'm a tad confused by the statement here. It's one thing to be doing your own stunt and then you go underwater and yada yada, or did there something actually go wrong with the stunt where she was stuck under there for a while and trying to get out and she was kind of in a Scream 2 situation where this whole crowd, everyone's watching her and they're like, man, she's doing a great job.
I feel like probably what happened is they just actually chained her in there and had some kind of professional around in case anything should go wrong, and then she just did the stunt.
Yeah.
Unless, there's another layer where she actually did get stuck, start running out of breath, and they had to like dismantle the stunt really fast.
Yeah, it's very believable in that moment.
Would you ever take on a role in a horror series? Even if we told you
Yes.
that some directors purposely scare actors on camera to get a genuine reaction? This exact thing happened during a scene for the hit Netflix show The Haunting of Hill House. Actress Victoria Pedretti as Nell
love her.
pops her head out
Love
from
her.
the backseat of a car in order to scare her two sisters. But during one take, she did it earlier than expected.
Oh, that's smart.
Are completely real.
Oh, that's smart. That's cool.
Probably why that's such a memorable moment.
That's great too, because that is the scariest moment of
Yeah.
that whole season. Like, that's
Like,
one of the best jump
it's
scares
iconic.
of all time. Is that jump scare?
Do you remember Kevin's electric performance of Tear Me Down in Riverdale's season
Nope,
4
never
final
saw it.
episode?
What?
Kevin's actor Casey Cott and KJ Appa teamed up to shock the other actors.
Oh, wow.
In one scene, Kevin kisses Archie. It was totally unscripted and makes the look of shock on everyone else's faces
Go
even
Kevin.
more priceless. Putting so much effort into this scene.
I do remember this
actually
scene.
Broke his hand.
Oh!
During the emotional season 1 episode where Archie rescues Cheryl from the lake where she's trapped under ice, he punches away with it with his bare hands. While KJ was of course punching a mat
So
over the
painful.
ice, he still managed to break his hand while filming the scene.
Is there real ice? Jesus.
How
Hurts.
much work went into the film, we're not surprised. One shocking fact about the film is that Sandra Bullock really was blindfolded during her scenes and actually couldn't see. That means Mallory stumbling around on the scene wasn't all acting. It was very real.
It's really good not being able to see acting right
Yeah,
there.
man.
Ray Charles, Jamie Foxx, he had contacts in that would actually make him blind when he was on set as well. The other part too with the physicality one, that's a pretty common one. Aragorn in The Two Towers, when he kicked the helmet after he thinks Merry and Pippin are dead, he actually like broke his toe in that shot, and that's the screaming in agony shot that you use. And then he knows like Jake Gyllenhaal and Nightcrawler and all that, the DiCaprio and Django and you know.
The Joker film was nothing short of spectacular, and a lot of it is thanks to Joaquin Phoenix. There's actually an iconic scene included in the movie that was all thanks to Joaquin's emotions and not acting at all. One day on set, he got to hear the soundtrack to the film for the first time. His lone tear
Oh,
in
the
the scene
dance?
is
I
actually
thought-
his
oh.
reaction to hearing the music.
I thought it was the.
Lara
thought it
Jean
was
and
the
Peter
bathroom
I
Pan
think you might be wrong about that. I believe it was the dance scene.
Yeah.
But
'Cause
how
he
much
just-
of it
yeah.
was
They didn't even have a
Lara
scene
and
written
Peter,
for
and how
that.
much of it was their actors Lana and Noah having fun? If you pay attention to the film, Lara Jean's lock screen is actually her and Peter napping. But according to the director, the photo on her phone was actually taken of Lana and Noah napping together in between takes.
Aw.
What? Did you just
That phone
reveal a
was
dating
not
thing
acting.
about them that we didn't know about? Is that what just happened
That's
there?
right, man. Get that gossip going. Get that hot goss.
I don't remember hearing
Hot
anything about them
goss.
dating. I've seen both of those movies.
They're just getting into character. They're not acting, but act.
Any kid would be scared of Maleficent. We're even scared of Maleficent. That's why for the
Not
film,
Angelina
the only
Jolie's.
child to work as toddler Aurora was Angelina Jolie's daughter Vivian. The acting in their adorable scenes
That's
together
her real
isn't
daughter?
just Vivian trying
Aw.
to get her mother's attention. Malfoy and
Oh, that's
Crabbe have a
cute.
tradition to uphold at Hogwarts. So when we see Malfoy stop his friend from clapping after a Gryffindor victory, we think nothing of it. But the scene is actually Tom Felton stopping his co-star from clapping because he knew he wasn't supposed to. Tom was really trying to keep cool, calm, and collected.
Oh, that's a beautiful mistake. That's such a beautiful mistake.
And it's so within those characters.
Yeah, because
Crabbe and Goyle
it
are so
works so
dumb.
well for the scene for him to do that. But I love that he's trying to actually. But no, you're not supposed to clap, man. But it works so. Oh, that's
So Malfoy.
that is a great mistake. That's a gift right there.
Grey's Anatomy has been around for years, so the actors have gotten pretty good at their jobs. But, of course, they still break character every now and again. In this scene, Jessica Capshaw decided to improv a kiss between her and Camilla Luddington. The shock on Joe's face is 100% Camilla. Michael Scott's last episode of The Office was extremely emotional for the characters, but it was also hard for the actors to say goodbye to Steve Carell. That's why, in the scene where Pam rushes to the airport to say goodbye to Michael, the emotional performance by Jenna Fisher wasn't a performance at all.
That scene.
ever
Oh my
watched-
god,
Oh,
no! Whoa!
We cannot spoil.
Go check us out on Patreon. We made it to season 7 reaction highlights, full-length watch-alongs are included there. Definitely didn't see that episode of Supernatural that we're talking about.
No spoilers here.
Let's go
for
back
the
now.
real
All right.
Jason Segel had no idea that his character Marshall would be losing his father in the series. In fact, the first time he found out was when Allison Hannigan's character told him. The emotion on his face is actually his reaction to finding out the news.
Wow, that's bold.
Jason Segel and Allison Hannigan, for that matter, like very, very natural way to handle it.
I would have broke character. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing?
That's not in the
Allison?
script.
Allison,
What are you doing?
Cut it out. We're filming. You're wasting a take.
Millions of dollars are on the line.
David Schwimmer managed to pull off a practical joke on Jennifer Aniston while filming Friends, and it was used in an episode. He, along with his sidekick, Cole Sprouse, pretended like he had fallen down the stairs, but it was really only a dummy that fell. Jennifer had no idea it was going to happen, so Rachel
Oh, really? I never knew that.
freaking out.
Oh, I love that moment. That moment's so funny.
Comedic genius. In Good Will Hunting, during a therapy scene with Matt Damon, he tells him a hilarious story about the flatulence problem his character's wife had. The story was so funny because it was completely made up by Robin. Matt Damon's smiles and laughs are all real. Pretty Woman is a
That's
Hollywood
great.
classic,
That's
and millennials
great.
today still strive to have the aesthetic Julia Roberts brought to that screen. We're here to tell you that one of the most iconic scenes was, in fact, completely unscripted. When Julia Roberts gets her hand caught in the jewelry box that Richard Gere closes, her reaction wasn't acting. She had no idea that he was going to do that at all. What can we say?
Yeah, look.
Oh, that looks so genuine. Yeah, that looks so genuine.
Let's
Yeah.
just take a second to imagine what these movies and series would look like without some of these scenes. Completely different, right?
Richard Gere toying with that girl.
I'd let him slap my hand with a jewelry box.
Well, I like this video a lot. The things, I guess the one that is the most surprising is also the most questionable whether or not it was the freaking one
drowning
with
one.
Isla Fisher
Yeah.
drowning.
Now you
That's
see
the
me.
one. A lot of them are really cool. I mean, even with the Haunting a Hill House, with the jump scare, it did bring me back to in the movie Hatchet, that horror film. There was a take where the guy who plays Crowley in that.
Oh, Kane Hodder, yeah.
I hope that question comes up in the Schmodown for you. So, yeah.
Thanks, G.
He would always stay in character to scare them, but there was one take they did where he had a dummy axe, and they told the actors that the axe was real the entire time.
Oh.
And then he threw the axe at them at one point, and they were all under the impression that that was a real axe, and they were freaking out.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's
That's
traumatizing.
that's actually really messed up.
That's the thing, is there's a thin line, especially on these horror movie sets where, you know, you're freaking
Yes.
people out, and depending on the context, that could be pretty grim.
Same thing with Luke Skywalker getting the information in Empire Strikes Back of "I am your father." He didn't know that was going to be the line told to him. They hide the father reveals apparently from actors. Yeah, I feel like you can make like a gazillion of these lists actually.
Oh yeah, the comment thread has to be jumping on this video.
All right, guys. Well, what do you think about this? Did any of these shock you? I like these kind of videos. I really miss more. I want to cover a little more list videos. Subscribe to the things if you haven't done so already. Subscribe to The Real Rejects. Click that notification bell. Hit that like button. And last but not least, Fox. John specifically chose you to shout out, and I've been the one who's been talking to you in Patreon messages. So I'm very
But
curious
Fox
to hear what he
has been
has to say.
sending me badass tunes and helping me keep up on some good ass television. And Fox too has been inspiring me because in 2021 I want to get a little bit of a better handle on my fitness in life, and I know that Fox, you are super athletic, and also, I mean, you could probably beat me up honestly because
How
like
do
you're
you know
into
this?
boxing and stuff.
Did you read our conversations?
It's possible I might have looked in on some of your conversations with many of the patrons here at Patreon. It's not only in the comments that I can see your thoughts. But either way, I mean, I'm not even lying because, like, we used to take martial arts back in the day, and I am very much out of practice with that, but part of me was like, maybe some type of boxing endeavor could be an easy way to jump back into that.
Let me read your text messages.
Sure. Which ones? Just here, take my phone.